Okay, here we have all the covers. Cam cover, a sprocket cover, and valve covers. I still have yet to do the primary cover. Looks like I'm gonna have to buy more paint. These are all primed with Duplicolor engine enamel primer, and here we have the heads and the jugs. I painted them with high heat grill paint. Just kind of touched them up because the original coating was worn off. I sanded them down real good and then cleaned them up and painted them. Okay, here's the painted frame. I hung it from these posts so I could spray it from all angles. I actually put one coat before then, but I had it sitting upside down, so I really didn't get this top bar completely good, and there was a few places where it was thin and kind of bare metal showing. Put about a whole can of it on the first time, and this is the second can. I'm using VHT epoxy paint, salt corrosion resistant, for the frame and swing arm, battery tray and stuff like that. I went with more of a gloss paint than I did I'm going to do for the tins and stuff, because down here where the dirt and road grimes could be on, I figured that it'd be easier to clean. Here we are at the NRCTC welding shop, and what I'm doing today is getting the fender ready to go onto the swing arm. The swing arm had a threaded hole on one side, the other side didn't have it, so I drilled it and threaded it myself to match, and that's what we're going to use to mount the sissy bar that will hold the fender up. It'll come from up here and go and have a mount on the fender, continue up to here, come together, and then I'm going to mount it down in here. I'm going to do a bobber style trailer fender type rig. It'll fit in there like that. You'll notice I only got part of a fender here. Well, apparently you can't have your cake and eat it too. Seems if you have a fender that's the right diameter, it's not the right width. So I'm narrowing it. Got this part. I'm cutting a strip out of the center. See the line I scribed in there? I'm going to make that a little easier to see, and then I'm going to cut it with this grinder here. Got a cut-off wheel in there. Once we get that center piece out, got to weld it down the middle, sand it, paint it. Done. And here's the two halves of our fender. Last time I checked, two halves made a hole. We've taken out the center section and narrowed it to, well, it's just a little over 5.5 inches. Kind of get the idea there. What it's going to look like when it gets done.